getting around, taking the lead, and going from there? How big was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that with the alternate tires, it was a lot easier to get temperature in, and I knew it was only for the first couple of laps. Otherwise, it would have been tough to pass. So had to go for it. It worked. So yeah, happy. We had a failure when we were going for to fight for the win at the end, and it was the first race that everything came perfectly. Strategy, the tires, and the speed of the car, and myself, obviously. So. Super proud. It's a special place. You can feel that in the garages with the fans that we had already since practice one. There's something about this place, obviously, and even if it's not the big one, it's still special. So super proud of the first win of the season, first win with the American Legion as well, and first win at the AMS. So couldn't be better.
Right.
Congratulations on the win, Alex. Now, I want to take you back to the opening lap when you were battling Christian and that charge at the start. Knowing that Lundgaard was consistently quick all week, how vital was it to get that lead up front, knowing that he had the softer ground problems?
Yeah, we knew starting on the alternates, we needed to go hard and go and try and get the lead as fast as possible, because I think the alternates had like 2-3 laps that we were a lot better, but afterwards you kind of got stuck behind. So I tried in turn one, he went really aggressive. I think that could have been, it was right, it was perfect what he did, but yeah, I wanted to be something easier, but we were able to get it on the last corner, so yeah, that was good.
Y esa pregunta es en español. ¿Qué confianza?
Call him over the radio. Do you want to have used blacks at the end or new blacks at the end? You figure we're going to have used blacks and then save the new ones for the end. But did you have new ones at the end or used ones?
Yes, I did new alternates, new blacks, used blacks, new blacks.
So what was the main benefit of having the new ones at the end? That you saw? Like what made you decide you wanted to have the new ones at the very end?
Just in case there was like a yellow and everybody would start to go aggressive. I think already if you're on blacks, you're already in danger, but if you're on used blacks, you're done. So that was why I knew we had also clean air on the third run, so that was why it was a good time to put the used blacks on, which worked really well. We were able to overtake Pato, we were able to overtake Lundgaard and get like a 5-second lead, but last 5 laps I was losing a lot of pace compared to the other guys, so yeah, everything worked out.
And any added momentum that you feel, given that you now have the points lead going to the 500?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I've always said that we had a good season so far, but we didn't really have a clean day, and today was the first clean day. The speed was amazing, strategy, pit stops, everything went really smooth. And yeah, we're not going to stop here. We're going to try and keep the championship lead until at the end of the championship and hopefully get a second one. But yeah, thinking about today only, and then when it comes to on Monday, we'll start thinking about the big one.
Fun one here. Are you going to celebrate tonight with chicken, and where are you going to go if you do?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know yet. I have to talk. I have some family here, so we'll see where we go, what we do, but for sure we're going to celebrate.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex, we haven't seen too many drivers manage runaway wins in this last season or two, and you've done it twice now with wins of, 30 seconds and almost 17 today. When you have days like this that are so on, what does that feel like inside the cockpit when you realize how big of a gap you have on a checkered flag?
Amazing. I mean, everything goes so well. The car feels how you want it to feel. You don't have to, even though we had a lot of traffic by lap cars at the end on the last end. But yeah, we didn't have too much, so we could run our pace. I think once you have your day that you're comfortable with the car, it's doable to do, but obviously those days don't come too often here in IndyCar. It's so tight. It's with like 3-4 pit stops. It's tough to do so, but yeah, glad that we made it today. A win is the same if you do it by 30 seconds or by 110. So obviously it feels better for myself, for the confidence. But yeah, a win is a win.
Questions for all three. If you have a follow-up, though, we can get those out of the way for Pato or Alexander. That'd be great.
Yeah, just a quick one for Pato. You've got an Indy 500 winner on your team. You added another Indy 500 winner to the lineup on Tuesday. What's that going to do for the team dynamic, and how much is having an extra somebody with that much experience and that much success here? How much is it going to mean to you guys?
I mean, obviously, there's so much, so much that you can tap into and just kind of just chat with them in certain scenarios, right? But the Indy is a different beast in its own. Where I feel like a lot of, in my experience, I've always been on my island. We've had Montoya, we've had Alonso, and everybody usually just goes with what they're comfortable with. If you keep chasing something that that maybe your teammate likes, you need to find what works for you. Because when you find what works for you, that's how you are going to put yourself in positions to win the race. You're not going to get there by trying to chase someone else's setup and just trying to hope that you can drive it the same way. Everybody drives differently, so I think it's just all about maximizing what you need from your car, and trying to help the whole team while you're doing that, right? But a lot of the times my teammates never liked my car. Montoya was on the other stratosphere of setups, and it doesn't mean just one's better than the other. No, we just drive very differently, and when you're going 230, 40 miles an hour, you need something that you're comfortable with.
Just one more. We're cutting you guys loose. Joey.
A question for Pato. This Aero plan was already knocking on the door with you the last few years, but since Gavin's come in, since y'all kind of expanded, this team feels like it's right on the threshold of breaking that class ceiling. I mean, what is it with Gavin since he's come in that's kind of raised y'all's profile?
I think his approach. He has a very human approach to everything, and I can say he's not only helped the team, but I have improved outside of the race car because of Gavin, and just kind of having a different set of eyes that looks at certain things in a different way, and at the end of the day, this is all a human sport. None of us are robots. We're all the ones that we're putting in the work, and that's what it takes. But sometimes, it's important to know that we all need some rest and recharge. Sometimes you can't always go full on, but what you need is to make sure that you're in that position to do it when it counts, right? Just hats off to everybody that works so hard in the off season. I mean, I know there's countless guys and gals in the team that spend many hours in the off season to find more lap time.